Hello.
Our microphones are back. Look, I got replacement microphones.
So now we don't have to wait till we're looking at the camera to speak.
Yeah, and we can do easier walk-arounds, but not today. We're not doing a walk-around today. We're gonna sit on our fannies.
It's 94 degrees outside.
Yep, and I want a break.
You've been working all day.
Yeah, so Drama Duke and his girls.
Nope.
It's Drama Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's been a good day today. Been a pretty busy day.
Yeah. For you, not me.
Yeah, not much really happened today. It was just kind of a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, except for this one really major thing that happened today.
There you go.
And that is that the framing for the floor is done.
All the floor joists.
It's all done. All the framing's done. Oh my gosh. I am so excited about the fact that the framing for the floor is done. Ha!
That's going to be very loud.
That's okay. They're going to share in my excitement. The framing's done.
Yes.
Ha.
So next week.
No, we're not. We're
still celebrating. Sorry.
We're celebrating.
I was moving on.
No, we are celebrating on the fact that the framing for the floor is done. I just made myself lightheaded. Jim came over today. This is day number 2, y'all.
What, you didn't do it all by yourself?
No. I mean, I did a lot of prep work.
Yes, you did.
A lot of behind the scenes, even though it's going to be on a video. The video's coming out soon on the Kraemerlife. But so Jim came over today, day number 2. Mm-hmm. So the first day was basically a half a day. We got done by like 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We got the kitchen area done. And so then we had half of that whole
the back
area.
Half of the house.
Yeah.
Was still needing. Sorry.
Yeah. So today the goal was to finish the master bedroom and the living room area, and that would have finished all of the framing in the original 1930s portion of the house, and it's done. So Jim showed up at around 9 today. Actually, at 9 is what his arrival time was. We took probably 30 minutes to kind of get a game plan and get going, but then, man, we just went, I wanted to say balls to the wall.
That's what was in my head too.
But heck, we went balls to the wall. We got it done. Let me tell you, Jim is such a cool guy.
Yes.
Like, I really, not only is he really fast and he enjoys what he's doing, and it really just makes doing the framing work and doing construction really fun, but he is such a good guy. Like, I really just like being around him. I like having conversations with him. Mm-hmm. He's just one of those, like...
Yeah, I was saying, like, just down-to-earth,
yes,
real person.
Yes.
And it's so nice when you meet somebody that you can connect and click with like that and have just, kind of talk about anything. And
yeah,
it's just genuine. It's like, it's really nice.
Yeah, I really like hanging out with Jim. I like working with Jim. So thank you again, Jim, for coming out and helping out. Now we have one more day that we're scheduling to next Monday, this coming Monday. So today's Tuesday. So I basically have 5 days, I guess, to do all of the prep work, all the little things that we didn't get to today that I didn't need his help on, like putting hangers up, putting another post in, putting some blocking in and stuff like that. I can do all that myself. And then when he comes back on Monday, getting to Katie's next portion of the...
I'm just ready to get it going and start the finish work. We'll put the
subfloor on.
Yeah.
That'll probably take maybe a little bit more than half a day. And then he'll come back again another day, and we're going to reframe the west wall. Completely reframe the west wall. Take out the 2 French doors, reframe the wall, put the 2 French doors back in place. Man, it's going to be...
Well, that means we could move them if we wanted.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, yes and no, because there's still siding on the outside that matches that.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, we could if you wanted to.
We have a little bit of extra siding.
I mean, because I'm going to be re-siding the house anyway.
Good, because I wanted to paint it. That's all I was thinking about. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Because I have to take all the siding off, take the vinyl siding off that we have on it now, take off the original siding, it's not shiplap, but it's like
it's probably cedar siding or
something like that.
Shake,
yeah.
or not shake,
whatever it's
but
called.
yeah.
And then remove the plastic that they put in. They put plastic around the house. Y'all, like, why would they put plastic? You need the house to breathe. It needs to breathe.
We're finding all the reasons why there's so much mold in the house.
So all that has to come out.
Pretty much everything the previous owner did created mold.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating.
All of the wood has mold on it, and all that has to come out. So anyway, getting way ahead of ourselves.
But just future things to come.
But I was going to say, if you really wanted the doors to be in a different location, they could be.
Yeah.
Just know that probably for a year plus, you're going to have weird, like you won't have any siding on this side of the house.
That's fine.
Kind of thing.
Not a big deal. Like, I mean,
yeah,
in the grand scheme of things and what we've been living in, and
given that we bought the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the flooring
over a year ago.
2 years ago.
It's been 2 years.
2 years, honey.
Oh my goodness.
It's been sitting in that room for 2 years.
They're outdated already.
They are.
That's crazy, and we've never even tested them to see if they work.
No.
Yeah, because we were so sure. We were like, we're gonna get this done in 6 months.
Yeah, if we were just going to do lipstick on a pig.
Well, that's what the original plan was,
that
right?
Was the original plan.
That's what you wanted to do, as little work as possible. Just make sure it's clean. And I was like, just gut the whole thing and let's just start fresh. And you're like, nope.
I know. We really should have just gutted the whole thing and started from fresh, but it's okay.
It's okay. We're there now.
It's okay. And
hindsight, right?
Hindsight.
It's one of those where
it's like
neither of us knew how bad it really was.
No.
My dad was just in construction, and he used to fix up old, like, Section 8 type houses where they were in deplorable conditions most of the time. And he did both ways, right? Depending on what the budget was. And so I just know from experience in helping him clean out some of those houses how bad it can really be. Like, the hidden pieces are always the worst.
Yeah.
And you just don't know that when you're buying a house. Like, you see all of the what's visual, but people don't realize how bad it really is underneath. And anyone who's lived with mold situations knows how bad that is. So we just wanted to make sure we weren't going to be living or having our friends, family, or whether we turned this into a rental, we wanted the peace of mind to know it was clean and safe to live in.
Yep.
So
so
it's been a lot of work.
This thing's like flopping all around. Katie. All right, so hang on. Let me just get the giggles out. Katie May.
Nathan.
Well. So because we had this monumentous day today and we had a huge milestone, we're going to go have a celebratory dinner in town because that's what I want to do.
Yep.
So
he's like, let's film Kick and then go to town for a celebratory dinner. And I'm like, sweet.
Yes.
Means I don't have to cook when it's 94 degrees outside and 82 inside the RV with the AC on.
The RV, the insulation that I put on the top of the RV, the Reflectix, is starting to peel. And so every morning I see little pieces of silver.
It's very shiny in our yard.
Peel all over, and I'm picking them up, but I need to re-insulate the top of it. But it means I have to do it either late in the evening or early in the morning before the sun rises, because it just gets so blinding that it just reflects and then it's so hot. But it needs to be done because it's just withering. It lasted 2 years.
Yeah, it did pretty good. Somebody actually literally just yesterday commented and asked for an update of how that was doing.
On the Kick?
On Kraemerlife, on the Reflectix. They just watched that video and asked if we could provide an update. It's kind of funny that you said that because I was like,
yeah, and it worked really well. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do, instead of taking the stuff off, I'm just going to put new layer on
top of it, yeah.
So that gives us a double layer of inflection of
Reflectix?
insulation.
Got it.
Yeah, reflective insulation. So anyway,
There are like banana peels everywhere. Everywhere I look, I find a banana peel. Nate and his bananas, sorry.
I eat a lot of bananas.
He does.
Jim eats a lot of bananas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And and I typically just throw the bananas over to in a chicken run. And
there was one by the dog water.
there,
There's one right there.
sometimes they randomly just go just random places. In this case, I put one over
by
there
the fan.
thinking that I was going to pick it up, and I didn't. My bad. My bad. But what happens is the chickens will peck at the remaining the inside flesh of the banana, and then the rest of the banana peel will just rot and turn into soil.
Compost, yeah. You want to hear something exciting that I saw today?
No,
Okay. We'll save that for another video because this
Okay.
one's all about you.
I want to hear it. I was joking. I want to hear it.
We have a tomato.
Oh, seriously?
We have a tomato
In one of our volunteers?
on our volunteer. It's this big.
Oh my gosh, really?
It's growing without any intervention from us whatsoever. No
Well,
water, no nothing.
Wow.
And it is about this tall, and it's got at least one fruit starting.
Wow.
And the pumpkins over there
Yeah.
in that same spot are
Yeah.
also doing very well.
Really?
They're starting to flower, and
Okay.
they're pretty viney. The
We
pumpkins,
have to make sure that they don't vine towards the electric fence.
they are. So
Okay,
we'll need to
Yeah.
switch them. And then the other volunteer ones where we were feeding the piggies, those are doing good.
Do they have any?
They have lots of flowers. But the weeds around them are very, very high. I don't know if that's a bad thing necessarily, because typically pumpkins thrive when you just leave them alone. And then the ones that you planted, however, don't get enough sun. So they are like this big.
yeah.
They never grew.
No.
So I don't expect much from them. But all of our volunteer ones that we did not, hey y'all, our garden is a success if we don't plant it. That is what I'm learning. One of the partnerships that I work with wanted garden tips, and literally that was my gardening tip. I was like, anyone can garden if they just let nature do it themselves. Whenever I intervene, it kind of goes a little haywire.
Yeah.
I just have to remember to water things. That's my biggest thing. I'm not used to so much heat without rain. Like Oregon was not like this, so it's changing my mindset of, oh, I have to remember to literally water every morning and every evening, or they're not going to grow.
I think the weather pattern have shifted here too. 'Cause it didn't.
Last year was fine.
I don't think it used to be this long of a spell between
Rains. Yeah.
And Oregon's drying up quite a bit, like really badly.
Yeah, it's so dry here. I mean, it's weird. Like the humidity today was only 24%.
It was fantastic. It felt so good in the basement. You had
Yeah.
that one box fan was running, hardly breaking a sweat. I mean, I did a little bit, but Jim was like,
No, it felt good down there.
yeah, it was great. It was perfect. Oh, such a good day.
Yeah. I wanted to make some granola because Nate's been asking for more granola. And except that the oven is inside the house that I use because the RV oven is way too small to do anything in big batches. And I was like, I'll wait till y'all are done before I start that because it'll heat up the whole house.
Yeah. That would have been not good.
No.
No,
So
it
I'll
was-
do it later tonight once it starts to cool off. I'll wait till like 8 or 9 o'clock and then I can just do them in 2 pans and have it done in like 20 minutes. It'll be easy.
Change of subject. Thank
That's
you.
all we've been doing this whole video.
But I'm transitioning with
Granola?
fair warning.
Oh, fair warning. Okay.
Transitioning from granola to geese.
Okay.
We have 4 geese in 2 chicken tractors.
Yes.
I think we should let them out.
I
What do
agree.
you think? What do you think about just putting them into the community?
I recommended that
Okay.
when we did that because they're getting too big for the tractor.
They need to run around a little bit
Yeah.
like the other 2 geese that are in there. And we run the risk of the geese.
We can put all of them in the community one. If we had one more net, that would be great because then we could just make the community one a little bit bigger.
Put all the chickens?
Put all the chickens in there. It'll be a lot. I mean, we can try to throw Olivia out and like the bigger ones, but they're all hens. They're all pullets. So we shouldn't have any
except for
issue.
you're not talking about the roos though.
No. I'm talking about everything that's in the tractors.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Got
yeah,
it.
that's it. Because
And
we
empty the tractors out into
and put them into this community one over
okay,
here.
that's fine by me. We can do that tonight when we get home.
Yeah, and then we have 3 more roosters that I missed. We collected roosters on Friday of last week, and we did it in the dark, and so it was really hard to tell which ones. I knew there was 3 I knew for sure were roosters, and so we grabbed those 3. I figured there was a couple more, but I wasn't sure how many. And today, I noticed there's 3 more in there, so we'll have to grab those 3 roosters and put them up with the big ones up there. They're the older ones.
Okay.
More chicken moving.
You know what? It's just part of the game right now.
Yeah. Somebody asked. I get lots of comments on how it's going and if we're profitable. No, we're not profitable.
No.
But
No, but
I will
okay.
say we're making enough to buy food with.
That's good.
The chicken feed. So we're averaging enough that it's covering the cost of food. So that I feel is huge progress,
that's very good
considering the fact that I am building this literally from the ground up with no ties in the community yet. We're brand new here. We're not close to town, so I don't have a lot of connections yet in this area. So it's all been just me posting on Facebook not Marketplace, but on Facebook groups and trying to really just, when somebody comments that they need a chicken, if it's something that I have, I'm like, hey, I can help you out. And then building
you're
up a
basically
page.
Trolling
I'm trolling chicken groups saying, hey,
look at me. Look over here. Look over here.
I've got something. I can help you. I've got chickens. So it's a slow gain, but I think my retail background helps.
I never thought that I would marry a Facebook troll.
I never thought I'd be a Facebook troll. Not a big fan of Facebook, but when it's the easiest way right now, just because there's so many, East Tennessee groups out there. But the problem is East Tennessee is so big.
Yes.
And so your radius of people, I've sold to Knoxville, I've sold to Johnson City, I've sold locally, I've had people come from Morristown, like all over the place. And the hardest part for us is I don't like having a ton of people coming over to the house. Just because a lot of times it's either just me here or, because Nate's either working on something else or if he's in town and trying to schedule things. Plus, of course, I have a full-time day job. So I have to, one of my sales fell through because they were ready to come up when I was at work, and I'm like, I'm sorry, you can't give me like 20 minutes notice that you're on your way.
Yeah.
And not give me a heads up, especially the quantities that they were wanting. So it's one thing if I can schedule it out. So there's just been some obstacles, and for now we're putting the shed and the little structure on hold. We're really focusing in on the house.
Yes.
And a couple other cleanup projects around the vicinity of the house and reducing some of the flocks that they're just not selling here.
Right.
They're fantastic birds, but people want, for whatever reason, they want the ones that hardly lay any eggs that are cute rather than like the ones that I would feel that most people would want, to produce eggs or that would be dual purpose.
Yeah.
So we're learning. It's all a learning curve. Like I said, we just kind of went into this a little blind, but
very blind and very fast.
Yeah, which is the way we do it sometimes. And other times we research things overly. It's the difference between the two of us.
I was just going to say, she's using the word we. What she really means is that
we are a team.
I research and I go analysis paralysis. Katie's like, idea, done, boom. Oh, by the way, I magnified it 10 times. Right?
Well, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
I do research though.
No, you did. You did research which breeds that you thought were going to do well and the reason why. It's not that you just like randomly chose things. But
right.
It was like, hey, Katie, what do you think about doing a chicken thing? We can sell some chickens and we'll have like 1 or 2 flocks. You're like, well, I like this idea.
Let's do 10.
10 flocks. And I will spend the next 2 days figuring out which flocks, and I'm going to order them. And by the way, they're going to be here in 3 weeks. What? So yeah.
Yeah, it was a little more spread out than that, but yes. Yeah, it was. I don't suffer from analysis paralysis at all. Typically, I'm coaching people at work about that and how to move through a decision quickly, and 80% is enough, and you can figure the rest out. But that's also, being a project manager. It just, it's just the differences. There's lots of differences in our personalities.
Very much so.
But that's probably the biggest one, where sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But you're just as spontaneous as I am.
I can be.
You
can, like the lawnmower.
Oh my goodness. It just showed up one day. I'm like, wait, what? We got
You just spent $5,000 on a lawnmower? I did.
Yep. And I was like, cool. Could have got a tractor.
Nope. Lawnmower's perfect.
No, the lawnmower has been fantastic. That is one of the best buys that we've had on the homestead. There's a couple things that we really use a lot.
Yes.
The lawnmower has been a workhorse.
Oh, speaking of which, lawnmower, and you're going to say your trike.
My trike.
Yeah. So.
And I was going to say the tractor, but it just took us a while.
Yeah. The tractor we're not using quite as much right now because
well, we're
focused on the house.
Yeah.
But we use it
pretty regularly
to move things around with the forks. That's been super helpful.
Yeah, the forks have been a game changer
have saved our
for
backs
the food.
Like crazy.
Yeah, for moving the food, and like even you just moving like some of the houses around where you and I used to have to try to carry them or pallet dolly them.
The 26 floor joists that we had to stack manually in the back of the truck, and then just
in the carts, in the truck. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not moving those things again, so I just brought the tractor and brought it down there. And anyway, I was gonna say, so my brother and my mom, I'm leading up to the whole thing.
Okay.
My brother and my mom, they walk/run a lot, and they're always comparing how many miles or how many steps they've taken for the day. My brother's on this huge health kick, and it's great. So I decided I was going to install a pedometer app on my phone and see how many steps I take throughout the day.
A lot.
And so this morning I was doing chores, and just doing morning chores, it was 1.15 miles of walking. But that doesn't include the trips I was doing with the lawnmower, because I was moving things around with the lawnmower, because it knows the difference between walking and like riding a bike, or driving in a car. So it didn't count my movement in the lawnmower, it just counted my steps. So 1.15 miles. And so despite the fact that we have these electric vehicles, we still get plenty of exercise from just walking around.
We do.
It's
all the back and forth, and oops, I forgot that.
We're not carrying heavy, like we're not carrying 50-pound bags around.
No, that's what we use the vehicles for.
But that's just saving our back. That's way more valuable to me than trying to, expend that energy. But then today, so 1.15 miles for morning chores, and then it was 3.5 miles by the end of the day working in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's within a confined little tiny space.
Yep.
Inside the crawl space,
and
just walking,
coming out to get the boards and back and forth. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So the amount of exercise you get just doing homestead stuff.
Oh yeah, especially, and that's just a small portion. Then think of when you walk the dogs back, to the creek. That's a lot.
If I went to the creek with the dogs this morning, if I had not ridden the lawnmower, that would have been another 1 mile added to it, because it's a half a mile there and half a mile back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I rode the trike to the fence and back to basically the red barn and back, just because it was so hot out, and I don't know. It's just sometimes it's good to have fun. When I had an okay day at work, it was just one of those mind-numbingly boring days, and so that sometimes I have to get myself change my mindset if I have a day that's just kind of a little off like that, like nobody's getting back to you and you're not getting the stuff you need. And so I checked on all the chickens, made sure they had water, especially with the ones that have the temporaries that have a lot smaller containers, because it is 94 degrees out. And so I did that, and then the dogs weren't even with me. I just was like, I'm just gonna go play. And so I took the trike, I got it up to 11 miles an hour down that trail and back. It was so much fun.
Did you wear your helmet?
I should have.
So no, you did not.
No, I didn't. I just had a blast.
Good.
I slowed down where there's the 2 stumps and the little rocky spot, but when there's that straightaway, because it's so clear now that you moved everything, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got back, and I was like, all right, now I'm ready to do something.
Good. Awesome. Awesome.
Fun. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to
Yes.
just have some fun, because we work constantly, and so it's like good to just
We really do work constantly.
we do. Even when I'm in the house on the computer, I'm working.
Yes.
I'm commenting, I'm posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, replying to comments, checking emails, working on sponsorships. Like all of it, or helping edit.
Yep.
You know, checking trail cams. Like it's all combined. But I love it so much. Like I really, really enjoy
That's good.
the homestead, and so I guess it's like do what you love and it's not work. So I don't think about it as much. Some of the administrative stuff I'm not as big of a fan of, but
Yeah.
it's necessary part of, building things up. So anywho.
All right, we are going to go into town, celebrate the massive accomplishment today.
Yes.
Man, I feel so good about that.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Yep.
So,
It's exciting.
all right, we'll be back tomorrow.
Something different.
Something different.
It's always something different.
Yeah.
Probably be more chickens. So not that different.
Yeah, exactly.
Chickens or
Well,
floor joists?
I want to show them tomorrow. We'll show them the tomato.
The
we
tomato.
have.
Yeah, and the pumpkins. Hopefully it's still
we'll
there.
go check out and see if the peach has done
Oh, yeah,
anything.
if it's done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to trim a little bit around it, I think, to
we
get
got some
sun.
berries growing too.
On the blueberries?
No.
Oh.
No, blueberries didn't do anything, but we got some wild blackberries
Oh,
growing.
those are not good.
We'll try them again. Because Sang was saying the same thing, and then he let them grow out. No. Was it Sang or Sean?
Sean.
Sean was saying the same thing. And he let them grow out a little bit longer, and he's like,
And they were
okay,
better.
They're better. So
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll come up with something for you
Yeah.
tomorrow. Take care.
Goodbye.